New tonight at 9, nearly 2 full months into hurricane season, some local mayors and state officials are worried about the Coast Guard's plan to clean up oily debris should a storm hit.
Now, Bob, they're concerned because they're not sure what those plans are. Now, things could be cleared up at a meeting tomorrow, but then again, maybe not.
And that's because local mayors aren't invited to that meeting. Fox 10 News reporter Paige Malone has been trying to get to the bottom of this controversy.
On the Gulf Coast, we're familiar with hurricane cleanup, but what if the debris is covered with oil? What do we do with it? Who cleans it up? And who foots the bill? All good questions some local mayors want answered.
Well, we would like to simply see a blueprint of how we're going to go about handling any type of products that may wash up in the event of a storm.
There's like 5 questions. We don't have that many, but we need to know exactly where they are and what, so that we're prepared to deal with it when it happens.
According to the Coast Guard, those questions were answered months ago.
But this plan has been on the books, and it's the same plan as last year, just modified for the current conditions.
The Coast Guard says it's the Alabama Department of Environmental Management's job to relay that information. Steve Jenkins with ADEM says he did receive a copy of the plan yesterday, almost 2 months into hurricane season, and the plan does not address the local government's questions.
But the questions that the local governments have relate more to the interaction between the Coast Guard and FEMA.
Jenkins says tomorrow's meeting could be the result of repeated requests for FEMA, BP, and the Coast Guard to sit down with local officials. The Coast Guard says the meeting is for the working level officials.
Well, I don't expect to see any of those folks other than our ADEM folks that are in New Orleans on our beach the morning after a storm, if that answers your question. They won't be here. We will.
We'd like to be there. I mean, as a local elected official, we are on the front line and we do deal with it. And there's a lot of coordination and cooperation from our local community to both the county as well as the state. So certainly there are players in this, but it would be very helpful if we were part of the meeting.
The mayors and Jenkins say there is no reason these questions haven't been answered by now. In fact, they've put together their own plan and hope to pass it along at tomorrow's meeting. Reporting on the Gulf Coast, Paige Malone, Fox 10 News.
Now, the Coast Guard told us that tomorrow's meeting in New Orleans is closed to the media, but Fox 10 News will be there.